dare you respect the countdown?
The first thing that came into the stream was, how dare you respect the countdown? Hello, everybody. Hopefully, all the audio is working the first time. That would be an incredible thing to have pulled off.
Really?
But I don't know. So, hi. We're going to go around the table and introduce ourselves. We are Hashbrowns and Hooligans. I am the Hashbrowns. These are the Hooligans. Daniel, introduce yourself.
I'm Roddy. I'm an archaeologist. They call me Moneybags. That's it.
End of introduction. Jumping to a completely random spot, Mel.
Oh my god, my name is Mel. I was ready, man.
I know. I had to catch you off guard. Gotta get those authentic, real reactions here.
That is true. I've never really ever been authentic in my whole life.
Everything you've ever encountered from Mel is a character.
And
Mel is a social construct.
that is true. That is
Mel is an
literally
illusion.
true. I play Shelly. She got her memory back, mostly. I think that's pretty cool. Definitely gonna be working on some dad issues for a while, for a long while here.
Who isn't in this game?
Sorry, what?
That's fair.
Who isn't in this
I
game?
got no daddy
That's
issues.
true. Yeah, you're more like, what is it, aunt issues?
Issues.
Yeah.
Grandma issues.
You have
Dead cousins.
Yeah, dead cousin issues.
Really, the
issues.
only issue you don't currently have is daddy issues. Moving right along, Daniel.
I am Roddy. I am an archaeologist. And they call me Moneybags. That's it. Again.
Is this
Yeah.
a loop?
Am I having a stroke?
Do it again. I dare you to say Daniel again.
And moving along, Mel. No,
Oh,
Elliot.
hey.
Go ahead.
My name is Mel. I'm a social construct.
This is the sort of energy that is being brought to the show tonight. Welcome to Hooligans. If you haven't joined us before, you chose a night. Elliot, it's your turn.
Hi, my name is Guy Chiselton.
No, it's not.
My
No,
one
that
goal in life
attitude.
is to make Hunter spit out his drink on live stream.
You're gonna have to try harder than that, Guy. Noelle, who are you?
Who am I? I'm Billy.
Did you just forget?
It's been a long Monday.
It has.
I'm Billy. I'm got a lot of issues, but daddy problems ain't one.
Got 99 problems, but a dad ain't one. Oh, man,
And I'm mostly over my bronchitis.
Oh, that's exciting.
Congratulations.
I am changing the name of this episode to 99 Problems, but a Dad Ain't One. Give me 1 second. Chapter 21.
Why?
99 Problems, but a Dad Ain't One. There we go. Renamed.
Bro, who even needs dads?
And we'll have Gabe introduce himself, but he's not here. And also Emily introduce herself, but she's not here either. So, we thought it was a really good idea to have these four be unsupervised.
Yeah.
The last you saw my character, they were in a mine construct in the middle of the ocean fighting giant ostriches.
Incredible, really.
Emily
please-
not being here makes sense because Nori is the supervisor of the group.
And they're dying.
Thrax?
Here's the thing. It's not a Thrax not being here. It's a Gabe not being here.
Oh,
Yes.
I don't know. Gabe's
No, okay, here,
Dave's a
this works
trickster.
out perfect because of all the people that would be really mad at Rad and the decisions he's made recently, it would be Thrax, because Rad has told him multiple times to do the opposite of what Rad just did.
Do what I say, not what I do.
Exactly. That's what I tell people.
The
all the time.
subtitle for this episode.
Let's go ahead and recap
Introduce ourselves?
the last session. Yeah, let's introduce ourselves, starting with Daniel.
Daniel.
Hi, my name is Daniel. I'm Mr. Moneybags.
Yeah, money bags, baby.
Oh man, every time Daniel does that, he blows up the sound lines on this end. I feel sorry for anyone watching our show with headphones.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Money bags, baby.
Hi, I'm Hunter, and this is Hashbrowns and Hooligans.
Hi.
Welcome to the live stream.
And you're watching Disney Channel.
No.
Let's go ahead and dive into the recap. Who would
Hi,
like
my
to
name is
recap
Stick Stickley.
what happened last time? Oh boy.
Well, I already said what I was doing.
Yes, you are swimming in the middle of the ocean.
Nori found himself back in the howling mines of Torbasa and then got stabbed.
Yep.
Thrax was lost and alone and all by himself
For a week.
Yep.
for a week, and it only took what, like 30 minutes?
Yeah. 30 minutes before they had Thrax back.
Yeah. And Shelly did like a Ghost in the Shell style deep dive into a couple of brains, and pulled Thrax out. No,
Rad first.
Rad first.
Yeah.
And then Thrax.
Then Thrax.
Then
Yep.
Thrax. Whilst Rad baby Bjorned and basically made a suit out of his friends.
Mm-hmm.
And hustled it out of a live volcano.
Billy's on your head.
Yeah, Billy's on his
It's
head.
on your head.
And I think Thrax was baby Bjorned on the front. And
With Metal.
Uh,
Shelly.
with Shelly
Not
on
the
the
same
back.
person.
And then
No,
Nori
Thrax was on your back.
and Roddy.
Yeah, I flipped that.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you were at.
And then
but
Rad
you
made
were-
a deal with Big Rage Demon
Uh-huh.
to get them out of there.
Yep.
And he did. And all is good. And Rad definitely has tons of hit points and no regrets.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like one of those is a lie. At minimum.
I'll never tell.
Okay. So, Rad, you teleported. You don't know where, but you have appeared wherever you are. What did you see when you landed?
An old cabin? Are you asking if I remember, or are you saying that I can choose?
No, I'm asking if you remember. Paint a word picture for our listeners.
Some trees and then a wood house. Yeah, a forest and stuff.
Yeah, a forest and stuff. You appeared in front of a very large wooden structure. There's sort of a wooded area around. You can hear water nearby. There's a mountain in the distance. You can see some mountain range sticking out of the forest, and that is where we left off. So we will pick up back there. What would you guys like to do?
Is Billy and Roddy and Nori awake?
Super unconscious.
Okay.
Yeah,
So yeah, I'm just chilling like a villain.
we ended with Thrax inside Roddy's head.
Oh no,
Uh-huh.
he was
Yeah.
gonna whammy.
Yeah.
Mistakes were made. So
um,
many mistakes.
yeah, it's just Shelly and Rad right now,
It
and
is
Thrax
just Shelly and Rad.
in Roddy's head.
So Shelly, I believe you were strapped, baby Bjorn.
I became unstrapped.
We unstrapped Shelly.
So you are standing beside Rad, who is coated in friends.
Yeah.
Is how I would put that.
Oozing with buddies.
Oozing with buddies.
I don't like any of this. Super
Ooze buds.
Covered in friend pustules.
Oh!
I will shut this down.
I believe wasn't there a like a
Buddy Boils?
Wasn't there a 50 Cent album called "Strapped with Friends"?
Hi, I'm Buddy Boils.
Well, at this point, I think we need to. Is there like any sign of activity in and around the cabin?
Make a perception check.
Okay.
Also, it has been suggested in the chat that you enter the mailbox. It should be your next course of action.
Yeah, wait, is there a mailbox?
No.
Way to yes that, Hunter.
So Shelly, well, she rolled a nat 1. So Shelly, you do have a point of inspiration if you want to re-roll looking for the mailbox.
Do it. We gotta find that mailbox.
I want to find the mailbox. Yeah.
Setting the tone for the entire night is Shelly re-rolling their nat 1, looking for the mailbox. So you do see like a crate sitting out front that looks like maybe it is used for deliveries or something like that. It looks like there's some empty like burlap sacks hanging over the fence area there.
Any like milkman vibes for that crate?
If you were a milkman and you were going to deliver milk here, roll an insight check.
Okay.
If I were a milkman.
If I were a milkman.
I might need inspiration on this, y'all. Hold on.
Oh boy. And 8, you Shelly, you've temporarily forgotten what milk is. If you were to deliver something here, you would put it in that box.
Okay.
Short-term milk memory loss.
Short-term milk memory loss.
I would like to look at the mountain lion and say, "Oh my gosh, a mountain lion." No, see if I know which mountains these are.
Make a history check. This is
dumb. Can it be a nature check?
I'll let it be a nature check.
And ever so slightly.
That is a nat 20.
Nice.
So with a nat 20, you know that these are definitely the Mountains of Eternal Spring. But you are on the northern side of them. So the mountains are south of you.
Okay.
So this could be Bert Pool's shack.
Oh, he did a rewrite like 2 minutes before we started.
Ooh, okay. So we could be close to Halenyor.
You might be.
We could be close to Doug.
With a nat 20, I'll say with what you know about like your surroundings here. You're hearing some water flow. It doesn't sound like a ton of water, so it's probably a stream, which means you're probably not horribly far from the river that flows out of the mountains.
We're going to Elor, baby.
I think we've determined at this point that Elor comes to you. After it destroyed Rad's home. But yeah, if Rad realizes this and is like, okay, I've had a lot going on lately, But it would be nice to fuck up that big living tree.
Let's go fuck up a tree. Oh, I'm unconscious. Sorry, I didn't say that.
I would imagine that Roddy would say, let's go fuck up a tree.
I mean, if you want to go north looking for Elor,
And I would say,
you certainly
Roddy,
could.
you're a nice guy. You're very handsome, but I decline.
Honestly, at this point, I think we need to get everyone laid down and rest. I'm absolutely exhausted.
You're trying to put all of us down?
Rad just pulls one ripcord on the front of his outfit, and all of you just drop to the ground.
That was the next thing I was gonna say. That he just goes pop, and they all just go.
I think we should probably get inside the mailbox, and then get inside the cabin and get everyone laid down. At least so I can check over everyone. I might be too exhausted to try and get inside anybody's brain again, but can at least try.
I'm too worn out and not high enough to understand the mailbox thing. But I do agree we should just take everybody inside.
All right.
You can just go ahead and stuff Billy in the box.
Okay, so you want to head up to the inside of this cabin?
Yes.
Okay. You head up to the cabin. Rad. You see as do you have something?
This doesn't look familiar, does it? This cabin?
Make a perception check.
Suspicious.
More so of like the cabin we stayed in when we found
No, it doesn't look like that.
Dang. 24.
With a 24, there is something somewhat familiar about the cabin.
With a 24, there's something familiar.
There's something familiar.
Wow. Perhaps we'll go back there someday.
As far as you can remember, you don't have any memories of this cabin.
Right.
But there is something familiar.
Okay. Like about the way it looks or like the way it was made or something.
Yeah.
Generally. Okay.
With a 24, there's also just this sort of smell hanging in the air that like you've definitely smelled before and you cannot place it. But it brings back a very comforting feeling.
I think this place is going to be okay. And Rad'll just go up and knock on the door.
Okay. Walking up to the door, you see that this whole place, in fact, you might not even notice it at first. Everybody else sort of notices this is a very big cabin. You walk up and go to knock on the door, and it wouldn't really be until you've sort of knocked and taken a step back and sort of looked around, you realize, like, I don't know if you've ever been in a building that you didn't feel cramped. I don't know if you've ever been somewhere that was built to a scale you felt comfortable in. But it's big. This door is probably pushing 10 feet.
It's a big ass door.
I don't have to duck to go in here. This is kind of nice.
Wait, did you say if the door was locked or not?
You haven't tried the door.
Okay.
Red just knocked. No response.
I am in no condition to wait. I'm just gonna open the door.
Okay, there we go.
Or at least
Sure.
attempt to open the door.
Dex saving throws.
Roll initiative.
You just go ahead and push the door open.
I attempt to.
You sort of check the latch. It's not locked. Push the door open. You see a not as run down interior as you would have expected based on the outside. See what looks like a large sort of comfortable looking couch. You see a table that looks like it's just a massive split log that's just sort of sitting there. You see a couple of bookshelves with some very, very old tomes sitting on it. A kitchen through the other side that you see a large table with just an absolutely massive meat cleaver just sticking in it.
Dinner time.
Old stains on the top of it, but nothing currently sitting out.
Something smells good here. And Rad will go sniffing around in the kitchen after we pull everybody inside.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And put them in a little pile in the corner like dirty laundry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the laundry chair.
Because why would you put them on the
friends.
couch that I specifically described as large and comfy when you can pile them up in the corner?
Fuck that couch.
That's
I
what
want
we're
the
gonna say.
floor.
We're tired.
and I want
They're
my
asleep.
friends.
We're tired and awake. They're asleep and not even going to know they're in a pile in the corner.
Yeah,
I'd like
that's
to
fair.
just check over everyone who's currently unconscious.
Sure. You just want to make like a medicine check?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Aha, pranked. We're all dead.
Oh, jeez.
23.
Nice.
Looking them over, you see Billy has some like scrapes and cuts and scarring on them that you don't remember being on them.
Mm-hmm.
And Roddy has white fur, but there's kind of little patches of color to it, and those patches seem to have grayed a little bit, and he's got some like wrinkles to his face.
Oh,
If
no.
I wake up as an old man, that's gonna suck.
You also see Nori has some scars all over them that you don't necessarily remember, and seems to be also hair is graying a little bit, color is fading in the scales.
Okay. Well, Brad, I don't think anything good is happening to really any of our friends here.
Have we tried yelling really loud in their face?
I want to say that between us screaming about the volcano being active, that you'd think that would be reasonably similar.
Between
That's a
the screaming
good
and the
point.
literal active volcano, you would think somebody would have heard something.
Volcanoes
Yeah.
being loud is a myth. All volcanoes are actually silent.
The deadliest silent killer known to man.
Volcanoes or
in volcanoes,
farts.
no one can hear you scream.
Oh no.
Who are you sort of looking over, Shelley?
Oh, I also wanted to check on Thrax too, because he did.
You don't see any coloration changes on Thrax. Thrax looks about the same.
Okay. Then of those folks, I'm probably the most worried about Billy, given the cuts and scrapes everywhere. At least the scars aren't actively murdering.
Sure.
Nori. Yet. As far as I know.
You look over Billy. What's she trying to do?
Anything small I can help with. If there's active bleeding, gonna try and patch things up anywhere.
Sure. You start sort of patching them up, and you are like, at first you think they're just sweating up a storm.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're sort of like, it's too much to be they are covered in salt water.
Rad, I have something to season a dish with.
Billy flavored steak.
Should be pretty fresh.
We came so close, Mel. So close.
To what? To what?
To getting Hunter to spit his drink all over his computer.
Oh, dang it.
Hunter, take a sip. We dare you. See what happens.
Boogity, boogity, boo. This is like me trying to figure out how to wake y'all up. Right. So somehow whatever is happening to them in whatever insane dream world that thing put them in is probably carrying over. So Billy's at least near an ocean, if not inside of an ocean.
Or a salty lake.
Or a salty lake.
A puddle of tears.
Which
a big pot of pasta water.
Properly seasoned.
Delicious.
Don't say anymore. I'm hungry in real life.
Nom key.
That was very good.
Thanks.
I don't. How long did you say it took me to wake up Thrax?
It was a good 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
How long were you like in his brain?
Oh gosh, it felt like maybe 10 minutes at the most.
Oh geez. Wait. I'm too tired to do math. But it seems like maybe we shouldn't just let them chill until morning. That sounds like a bad idea.
No, it definitely seems like we need to get them up and then to sleep, probably.
Okay, so you were saying that you're really worn out and that you don't know if you can get anybody else charged up, right?
I can try. I can definitely try. Just
I can try to juice you up a little bit.
Okay. I guess.
And
how much do you have left?
I'm gonna put a big furry hand on top of Shelly's head. And do I have inspiration?
You have one.
I do. Okay. In that case, I'm not gonna kill myself.
Probably.
So my hit die are a D12, and I have 13 hit points.
Okay.
So even if I get max on one hit die, I won't go down.
Theoretically.
So Hunter, can I roll one and then see if I want to roll another?
Yeah.
I haven't.
Big money, no whammies. Oh,
that's a one.
Me. Okay, I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Okay. So you use it. That's a 2.
Motherfucker.
That sucks, bro.
I'm feeling pumped up.
Okay, I'm gonna use another one. If this is a 12, okay, Rad is gonna look at Shelly and be like, "Okay, Shelly, I need you to agree on something.
Okay.
If I give you a little more juice to help the rest of our group, and I just drop, you gotta just move on to the others. Leave me there. Okay? I'll be fine. It'll be okay. But
I guess hypothetically, I wouldn't really be able to do anything about it for a long time anyway.
So here we go.
Okay.
We haven't tried this yet.
Okay.
I think maybe I should try and combine, like, I don't know if this is even possible, but maybe I can try and be inside 2 of my friends at the same time.
Dang it, Mel, I already renamed the episode once.
Just stream it twice so you can have 2 episodes with different names.
You could certainly try it, Shelly. You do have an additional 11 hit points that you can throw towards this.
So is it hit points or hit die? Like, did I give her 2 hit die or 11 hit points?
You gave.
I wasn't thinking that I could like heal her. I could like give her my
you've
energy.
given her like energy towards it.
Okay.
But
it's like temporary hit points, but just for magic.
If it has like a DC to the goal, you have 11 towards it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and put my hands on both Nori and Billy.
Okay.
I think Roddy's gonna need a separate re-entry.
Okay. You put your hands on both Nori and Billy, and you are trying to do what?
So I know that they're in kind of their own worlds, dream worlds, I guess. And I'm trying to project myself into their worlds at the same time.
Simultaneously.
Yeah. And I'm gonna be dipping into hit dice.
Okay.
I only needed 1 to get inside before. And
you have plus 11 to it.
Yeah, so I'm going to use 4 for this. Ooh. Because I still have quite a lot of HP.
Okay. So you're spending 4 hit die plus 11. Okay, roll them. This is a difficult task. 9.
Are you trying to like split consciousnesses right now?
Everything is
6
fine.
is 15.
Sorry, my alchemy's running kind of slow.
All good. That's 20.
Come on, Snake Eyes.
24.
Oh, no, I don't want Snake Eyes.
24 plus 11, so 35.
Nice. That's big,
you,
big buddy.
which one are you focusing on first?
First, I'm going to be inside of Billy.
Okay. So you look at Billy's mind and you see just water stretching in all directions. You're just sort of floating above the water, and floating on the surface of the water nearby, you see Billy dressed in like tattered clothes with like feathers hanging off of them, on what appears to be a raft made of dead ostriches. And they're just sort of standing there with like a harpoon made of like a sharpened ostrich leg bone, and just like staring into the water looking manic.
Okay, this is going to be quite challenging.
We should have left Billy there for a few more years.
Yeah.
And then Billy would just be living on an island, like a floating island of dead
full
ostriches.
Island of ostrich.
Welcome to Ostrich Island.
It's like Skyblock in Minecraft, but it's all ostriches.
An alternate reality where Jurassic Park is replaced by just an island of dead ostriches.
Hell yeah.
Okay, I feel like
Just
I feel
Jeff
like Billy's
Goldblum being
gonna-
like, life can't find a way. They're all dead.
Of all of the folks I've been inside of, I think Billy is the most likely to just immediately kill me when I make first contact. So I'm a little worried here. And I don't know. I'm feeling like if you die in the simulation, you die in real life.
Who's to tell?
So you've entered. So now you're merging into Nori?
I would like to merge. It might cause problems, but I feel like maybe it'll also make Billy calm down just to try and figure out what's happening instead of having ostrich world.
Billy, you have been fighting ostriches day after day, just desperately trying to survive for weeks. And you're standing there, you're waiting. They always attack near sunset.
They always come back.
And they're gonna be back. And then something different happens, and they are nighttime predators.
Everybody knows this.
Nocturnal ostriches?
They're nocturnal predators, ostriches. Aquatic nocturnal predators. Everybody knows this about ostriches. You see something different. Every day has been exactly the same for weeks. And then all of a sudden you see the water begins just shifting and moving like it's a whirlpool, and your whole raft of dead ostriches begins just slowly getting caught in that whirlpool, spinning around and around. What are you doing?
The great ostrich mother has come for its young. I knew this moment would come. How long have I been here?
You almost got him.
Weeks. That was the
yeah.
closest, yeah.
I'm gonna look up to this guy and just like see if I can like sense anything like different, if there's anything above as so below.
Make a perception check.
Billy's turned into an ostrich cult fanatic.
I mean, it's like the opposite.
Billy's wearing a cloak with a hood that's just a dead ostrich sitting on top.
15.
It's got like a tall ostrich neck, so it's like this big tall hat.
Like the guy from the labyrinth. Like,
Yeah.
but instead of
Exactly.
it's not alive
Billy's-
anymore.
Billy's wearing like a turban, but it's just an ostrich's neck wrapped over and over and over again.
Yeah.
What did you? I'm sorry. What did you roll?
15. 15. I'm
15.
So Bjork,
Perception.
or
you look
Gaga.
up and around the sky. You see, for the first time in weeks, those like senses, those hungers. There's something in the air.
Do I? Because I know. So I guess the rest of them don't know, but because Shelly has a different kind of feel.
It is very close. Like it is very similar to your own aura. Yeah.
It is okay. I'm gonna like kind of look out to the horizon, like look around, look down. Do I see like anything coming up from this whirlpool yet?
You look down into the bottom of the whirlpool. Make a perception check.
Oh god.
A 15. Looking down into the bottom of the whirlpool, you see at the bottom there is a massive ostrich's mouth that is just open, swallowing the ocean.
Okay.
I thought this whirlpool was gonna be like a portal. Hold up.
I'm gonna just look up and yell out to Shelly. I'm just gonna say Shelly, like just scream it, and like, cause this is the last ditch before I think Billy goes bonkers for reals, and maybe we won't find Billy coming back next week
Oh no.
into the Sarlacc pit.
Shelly, you see this raft of dead ostriches just circling around and around, and Billy just looks up and screams your name.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try and ghost zoom down to Billy, and I'm just gonna hug Billy.
Okay. You just give Billy a big hug as the raft goes around and around and around and gets swallowed. The mouth of the ostrich slams shut, and you fall into darkness. As you fall, the world around you shifts and changes, and you see a light at the end of this darkness that you're falling through. And as you fall through it, you just crash into rock, and sit up and look around. Billy, you are in so much pain, and you look around and you just see cavern and tunnels in all directions.
Fuck.
Is there any way I could have helped, maybe like been a bit of a cushion
Can
for Billy?
see Shelly, or can I just sense
You
her?
are a ghost.
Yeah, I am like
And
that's fair. Yo, it's me, your boy, Obi-Wan.
Hey, boo. Okay.
Billy, can you hear me?
Do
You
I
can hear it, but it's
Okay.
just sort of this like voice in the wind sort of thing.
I'm gonna walk to the side of the caverns and like kind of put my hand on it and then lick my hand. Do I know these caves?
Have you ever been to the mines of Torbasa?
Oh God, probably not. I mean,
Let me rephrase. Have you ever licked the walls of the mines of
No.
Torbasa?
No, I
I'd
feel
know
like
the taste
Then-
of these caves anyway.
Billy has
Then
been
no, you
by
have no
the
idea where
howling-
you are.
the cliffs, but never far enough to get inside because they
In the mines,
know
yeah.
they would never be. They would stay away from that like
Yeah, it'd be
heavily.
bad.
Yeah, it's a different family. You know, families don't always get along. It's great. It's fine. So yeah, I have no idea where I am. I think. I don't know if you're there. Shelly, I think, or someone.
I'm here. It's me. It's Shelly. We need to try and find Nori. I'm assuming Nori's here somewhere. And then we're getting you out of here, and we're gonna take the longest nap in the history of naps.
I slept inside the neck of an ostrich. I don't know where you guys went or how I got. I've done some shit. Where?
With ostriches.
I'm sorry, Billy.
I wasn't hungry before, but now I'm getting really hungry.
Yeah,
And
I don't really understand how it's happening, but your body's in two different places right now. And at some point, some big, probably evil guy, I don't know, he made a lot of sense last time we talked. He's gonna ask you to make a choice. And I want you to come back with us, but in the end, it's your choice.
is he? He's a bad guy, but he's saying the right things, or like the right bad things, or he's saying the right things, but we don't want to do it because we've got our own stuff that we're doing.
Well, you know, if I had to guess, he might have had something to do with the volcano erupting. Remember a few weeks ago?
Wait.
I guess in your timeline when
The
we were at
volcano
this
erupted?
volcano. Yeah.
What
It
do you mean,
definitely erupted.
It's been. What do you mean, what is happening?
Right. Sorry, I'm not
Time
so good at
is a
explaining
construct.
this.
I'm gonna start like as I like hear this voice of Shelly. I'm gonna start like walking down one of the cave system,
Okay.
just trying to figure out like a way out from this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna assume that this is not this. Okay, given that Billy has been in a lot of caves,
Mhm.
given that they're a gnome. I feel like they're very familiar with like the cave system that they grew up in.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're also like, so they know the Cloudbreaker Mountains, and they know the mountains of the Eternal Spring,
Sure.
because they do a lot of stuff in Dugborum. So I'm gonna like at this point, they probably Billy thinks that they're still on Mars, then like just deeper underground.
You did grow up in mountains and stuff.
Yeah.
Make me a nature check. 13. Looking around at the rock here, it doesn't make sense from from how you would expect it to look. You see like the texture of the rock is all weird and distorted. All of the rocks have like, it's just all one continuous color. There's no changes in the like visual colorations. It's all just gray. But the texture is like wild. And the like changes in it all feel very drastic as you're walking through it.
Are we still on Mars?
Well, I guess we're in Nori Dreamland world. So, to be completely honest, yes, no.
Okay. Nori's from.
The Sunken City.
Yeah. No. Thrax. No, that's where Thrax thought they were from. Who am I talking to? Nobody. So, because Nori's mentioned that they're actually from the Howling Mine, the mines of Torbasa.
Oh, so many times.
Yeah, a lot. So, all right. So if we're in Nori, and I was in the Ostrich Ocean, they're probably. Are we back at the? Are we? Is it? Are these the mines? Are we, this is Nori's hellscape?
Is it a hellscape? Did we get transported to a hellscape? See,
Where
that's
did
why.
you go? I did not. I've been like weeks struggling, fighting for my life.
I'm sorry, Billy. I
It's
wish
it's not you. Not you. Not you.
Well, to be honest, it's kind of my fault.
Wait, what?
Maybe this is why they say honesty isn't the best policy.
You know,
Anyway,
it's fine. It's great.
the problem was when I try and wake people up, it's like there's some kind of time warp, like when eyeballs are dilated, a time dilation. There we go. And
All right.
Billy, you hear a voice near your ear that just says,
"It's like when you have a dream and time seems to move faster in the dream, but then you wake up and it's just one night."
Well, that makes sense. Why didn't you just say that?
what do you mean?
Hey, we need to find Nori.
Yeah.
echoing faintly in the cavern, you hear metal clang off of stone, and then a scream of pain that you would recognize as Nori's.
I'm going to try to cautiously run towards the noise. Stealthily?
You take off down the corridor. Make a stealth check for me.
Do I have disadvantage on that? Am I in my armor?
You had when you entered the dreamscape, you had anything that you had on you. I would assume that you have scavenged your armor for parts to build your ostrich raft.
Okay. So
ostriches are now your armor.
Okay. So I am
It
rolling.
took you 10 minutes to get it off, and then you were fine.
So no disadvantage, just a regular roll.
Yeah, go for it.
22, baby.
It's like
22.
Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Billy is just in an ostrich suit now.
Yeah.
Nope.
You round the corner, Billy, and standing in front of you, you see a tall, shadowed figure. One arm seems to just be a long blade. The other one has just whips coming off of it. It's just this sort of hunched, shadowed figure. You can't make out any discernible facial features or anything like that. But you see Nori laying on the ground with a large stab wound through their stomach.
Any? So I'm still like far enough back that they don't notice me.
They do not seem to notice you.
Okay. I'm gonna very quietly just be like, any advice on how to? And I've got like these sharpened ostrich bones, but
I can try and help Nori. I've got maybe a little something I can do, but you might have to go from ostrich beating to slaying with an ostrich.
I can do that. Once you kill an ostrich with another ostrich, it's just ostrich just all the way down. I'm gonna.
We can only have so many episode names.
Yeah.
New episode title: Ostracized.
Oh wait, I feel that like I guess I'm gonna sneak up, and then you said I feel that like hunger, that like
Yes.
that thing again.
Mhm.
Do I notice anything from the individual in front of me?
No.
Okay. Then can I use that stealth to jump on their back and bite them in the neck?
Oh, yeah.
You jump up onto them.
Yep.
And you just pass right through. Land on the other side, and they just keep moving as if they haven't even noticed you. And just sort of walk over and reach down, grab Nori by the back of the collar, start dragging them down the hall, and just say,
Maybe next time you'll be more cooperative.
Do I recognize the voice?
have you ever... I don't think you've ever met Lady Torbasa.
Okay. All right. So, all right. I can't do anything. Shelly, I thought I'm supposed to do something.
I thought it was supposed to work. I guess I'll try. Maybe you're a ghost like me now, Tenori, too, though.
But you can use your powers?
I don't know. I have to try, though. It looks like he's dying.
Can I... If I can feel like the hunger again, can I reach out and see if I can feel the magic?
You do not feel your magic.
Okay.
You also sense nothing from Nori.
Okay. Gonna punch the wall right next to me.
Your hand just sort of goes through it, comes back out.
Oh my god. I don't know. What is worse?
Did I accidentally bring you from a nightmare to another nightmare? Okay.
I'm
yeah,
not in a cave or an ocean.
You know, cave seems
completely
better than
useless.
ocean, though. Maybe.
maybe a week ago. Okay.
I'm going to try and ghost my way over to Nori. Do they seem currently alive in any capacity to me?
Oh, no.
They seem to be breathing, but just barely.
Okay. Assuming that the extra juice I have going in can do anything, can I try and funnel some of that power to Nori? Just trying to, I'm still just trying to do what I know how to do and heal Nori.
You can attempt to.
Okay. Does that mean I have to spend another hit dice?
You feel like you are still sort of connected to what you've already spent.
Okay.
You have the ability to sort of influence and move here.
Can I? All right, then at least I'll try to stop the dragging. I want to just hold Nori in place and basically see if I can surprise this monster Torbossa figure by Nori suddenly being a very, very large amount of weight.
Okay. As you start moving towards them, you see that sort of void space. Just standing a little ways down. Just seems to be watching you.
You know, you said that it was... Gosh, I don't even know if you can hear me. I feel like I'm going insane just doing this. You said it was their choice if they wanted to stay here or not. This doesn't really seem like anything anyone would choose. Just let him out.
You hear that voice. It just says,
"They're welcome to leave whenever they choose."
But they need to say it. Is that right?
There's no response.
Billy, if you can still hear me, just talk to the damn void. Just say, I want to get out. I want to be back. We're in a cabin with Rad. I think he's cooking dinner? Or he's dead. One of the two.
Rad in a
he's
little
not dead. He's
frilly
not dead.
apron, cooking up some bacon.
In just the apron.
I mean, what else does he wear it? The rest
he's just Pooh Bear in it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, never not Pooh Bear in it.
Just say it
Hashtag
out
never not
loud,
Pooh Bear in.
Billy.
Hey, Void. I'd like to leave now.
Billy vanishes.
Oh.
I'm just gonna try and lightly. Is Nori making any noises beyond breathing? They seem.
Yes,
kind of,
they're making a
unconscious.
noise that sounds like.
I don't like
They're extremely constipated.
Okay, I'm gonna try and use a move from first aid. First, I'm just going to just squeeze their fingertips super hard. Does that elicit any like actual word or just groans?
Nori says, "Ow."
Out loud?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Then I'm gonna try and lean down and whisper to Nori. Nori, all you have to do is just say you want to get out of here. Come back home to your friends. That's all you need to do. Just say it out loud.
Nori just sort of laying on the ground, not moving, just sort of head lolls to the side, and then they vanish.
Okay.
The moment they're gone,
Yeah.
you see that shadowy figure that was dragging them just sort of turns towards you
Oh,
and then cocks its head.
I would like to leave now.
You vanish. You reappear in the cabin.
Rad?
Hey.
Rad.
Working on pancakes.
Rad, you are working on pancakes because you've had a full long rest. Shelly and Billy and Nori all sit up. Billy's got some more scars, a little bit of silver in their hair. Nori has their hair has gone gray considerably, and they have some actual facial hair that's growing in as well.
So I had a full long rest and I'm level 6?
I mean, you are level 6, yes. You have leveled up, yes.
Hey, sick.
Oh. Rad, how long this time?
Well, and you see like a few baked goods laying out, and like he's kind of rearranged everything, and everybody's kind of like in nice. He sort of moved the furniture around. So everybody could have
everybody's
a nice little
positioned to
spot.
look like they're in a tea party. Except for Thrax, who's laying sprawled out like a bearskin rug in front of the fire. Rad, this kitchen shockingly well stocked.
There's
We
no
may
time.
owe whoever owns this place a little bit for what I've used.
I have to go back. We still have Roddy, and I don't even know what Thrax and Roddy are up to. Thrax still thinks there's a volcano exploding next to him. I have to try.
Okay, well, I got if you need more juice, I got more juice.
I'd like to see that.
All right.
Amazing.
I gotta go inside my last friend now.
Can we? Okay, that's extreme. I don't think that's a necessary thing to do.
Yeah,
No,
I've
Thrax,
already
drops
been
happening.
inside
Again.
all of my friends. Sorry to be the one to break it to you. But that's what happens when you're late. You miss out on being inside my friends. So I'm gonna try and crawl over to Roddy.
Yeah,
and-
you look like shit right now.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you are just ripping apart. Like you go to crawl and your one arm just really isn't responding correctly. And you like go to move it forward and just sort of like limply flops. Like have you ever had your arm is just completely asleep and it's just not doing anything, but like you still feel it, but like not correctly. That's sort of how it is. You can see the stitching is all just sort of like coming undone on your arm.
That's a good sign.
Don't save us at the risk of yourself. That's self-destructive. Don't be a martyr. Don't be a hero.
You're unconscious.
I
right
am
now.
literally
Oh, I
known
mean,
for my martyrdom and hero-ness.
If you rearrange the letters in Shelley, it spells Lechir, which isn't anything, but I mean they are a martyr.
Yeah, I'm just gonna flop my working arm onto Roddy and whatever you can help with, Rad.
okay.
All I've got is one last hit dice, and that's all I'm spending.
So, Rad, you
I
are
give you
fully
19.
rested. You're fine. But the other thing is, since you've been here, you've felt no presence.
Well, that's nice. Yeah, Rad's in just an awesome mood. Like, he has gone out and like picked flowers and stuff.
Got
and, like,
got
there's-
flowers just sort of braided
Uh-huh.
into your fur.
Uh-huh. And into everybody else's hair / fur.
Rad, make an investigation check if you've been sort of going around and doing stuff.
Oh yeah.
What flower does everybody want in their fur? It has to like match your essence.
I don't have any fur.
You have hair.
Mountain laurel.
Oh,
Roddy's is just poison ivy.
Is lilac a flower or just a color?
It's a
It's a
color.
flower.
It's a flower.
It's a flower.
I want to be
Both.
lilac.
Rad, did you roll a negative, a natural one on your
Natural one on my investigation.
You look around. It's a cabin. There's some stuff.
Nice
cool.
kitchen.
Or
You are-
is it?
You are in such a good mood that you're having a really hard time focusing on any of the like trivial nonsense of the place you're in. It's like if you've ever had a migraine that just lasted for days, and then you wake up the one day and it's just not there, and you're like, yes,
I've been there.
yeah.
Rad's too busy hyperfixating on his newfound love of baking.
Oh no, Rad's been getting baked for years.
Somewhere in the world, there's a rabbit just laying on his back who just goes, "Hey, nice man." You
None of the food is not edibles. It's all edibles.
Yeah, it's all edibles. Yeah. Mel, you flop your arm over onto who?
Ronnie.
Roddy. Okay. You flop your arm onto Roddy. How much are you spending?
It's just whatever Rad added to the.
So yeah, I did burn. Let's see, 19 points, hit points.
Okay. So 19. You do still have to spend something to like activate your power, but
Yes.
Okay, and 1 hit die.
so
Yes, one of those
go ahead and
things.
roll 1 hit die.
Oh, can I
me
just take
or
one
Rad?
of those?
You, Shelly, because you have to spend
Okay.
Oh,
something
I did.
to.
I did.
Oh, okay. What did you roll?
Yeah. Just a 5.
A 5? Okay, so a 24. You flop your arm onto Roddy, and hashtag enter your friend. You find yourself.
I'm about to dive in.
You find yourself in a dirty street. Just sort of foggy. It's a city you've never been to. You look around and you see an old, elderly goat man just sort of sitting at a table.
Oh, I forgot about the sadness.
Do I see Thrax anywhere?
Make a perception check.
Nomming on his brains under the table.
One moment. There it is.
Make me the bartender. I'll be fine.
16. You see there is a window into a shop sort of behind the table that this goat man is sitting at. And you can see Thrax is like inside pounding on the window, but it's making no noise.
Oh. That's not what I expected.
You go to take a step forward. You feel a hand on your shoulder. You turn and you see that sort of negative space. And he just says, "You can have him once I'm done."
That's Roddy?
And then he just lets go, and you feel, and you see Thrax, and you are now inside this shop with Thrax. And through the window, you can see this figure just walks over to the table and sits down across from Roddy.
I'm just gonna try and yell Roddy's name and see if there's any response.
Okay. You yell. There does not seem to be any response.
I'm
Roddy-
punching this invisible wall as hard as
Absolutely. Yeah, you just start wailing on it. Roddy, you see that figure who you've come to know very well. He comes by most days to talk with you. He walks over and sits down at the table across from you and says,
You've had plenty of time to think, my friend. How are you feeling? Time, I'm afraid, is not your friend here.
Roddy, over a decade has passed.
Oh my god.
Roddy has been at the same table at the cafe for 10 years. I have not gone home. I have not gone to the university. I've sometimes stood up, taken a walk around the block to stretch my legs, and then I sit back down and I just rock.
Time moves weirdly here.
Most of the 10 years have just been spent breathing deeply and rocking, like, just back and forth in the chair. Over the decade, Roddy would have asked for like every single detail of what it would mean with.
He's given you so much information.
Yeah. What's sort of like the gist of
Cliff notes.
of the plan?
Yes.
Yeah. Cliff notes of Mongrel's big plan.
He will help you fix what went wrong. He'll make sure that things go correctly this time. He'll help you take out Burt Pool, and seat yourself where you deserve to be.
I can't stand it. It should have been me.
Can we hear Roddy in this
You can
box?
hear him just fine.
In between sentences, Roddy would just like mutter a little bit, just like.
There is a
Still sound like him?
looking at him. There is a deep madness in his eyes, and he's sort of moving and speaking a little bit differently.
How long have you been here, Thrax?
Thrax has been here maybe a day. Hard to judge.
Roddy?
You, Thrax, you've watched outside change over and over and over again, but like very quickly. As far as you can tell, like from your own sort of mental clock, you don't think it's been much longer than a day, maybe 2 or 3. But like it hasn't been anywhere near as long as what you've watched outside. Every time this shadowy figure shows up, time slows back down to normal. And then when he leaves, time speeds up.
Can I see Shelly or Thrax through the window?
Make a perception check.
Uh, 15.
15. You look over at the buildings surrounding you. They look how they always do. The shop behind you has apparently put in a new mannequin. There's a sort of weird, mismatched, like patchwork coat hanging off of it.
I sort of like anything.
And
past these
that
days.
same gross fur jacket that's been there for years on the other one.
The shop really needs to be cleaned out.
It's a thrift shop.
Macklemore's in the back.
I was gonna say not Macklemore again.
That fur coat is not Thrax. That's actually yes, Dungeons Dragons players and Macklemore, everybody. Macklemore hops on the call.
How do you know
was-
Drax isn't Macklemore? Seattle.
That jacket cost 25 copper pieces.
I think that over the years, Roddy would have collected a bunch of pieces of paper from Mongrel, like outlaying Roddy's plan for how to get life to where he wants it to be again. There's the pins and like the red string, red marker circling things. Very much like
Just laid out all over this cafe table.
Yeah,
It's just
very
drawn
much-
all
what's
over
his name?
napkins.
Is his name Charlie?
Charlie from It's Always Sunny.
From-
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, if Mongrel, if Roddy would like see the plan laid out, Birdpool would get kicked out of the headmaster position for some scandal.
The plan that is laid out for you is you will stop him before he ever gets to that position.
Okay. Roddy can remember the like what has happened in the campaign so far, but it just feels like a
Vaguely.
dream to him.
It's been a really long time.
Yeah. But like when I first got here, I would have been able
When
to
you
remember.
first got here, you sort of had that like dream waking up from it memory.
Yeah. Roddy would have just obsessed over that. Has Roddy had his transmutation powers while he's been here?
No.
Okay. Roddy would obsess over trying to get those transmutation powers back.
Oh, and he would have told you that as soon as you're ready, he'll send you back. You'll have access to him. You'll need him if you're going to stop Bert.
Yeah. Yeah. If
He
If
sort
I-
of. Go ahead.
if Roddy truly believes that was a dream,
I think the longer you are here, the more it feels like it was just a dream.
yeah. The more that he would obsess over it. And without any Roddy has not heard or seen anything from Thrax or Shelly or anybody. It was just me at this table with Mongrel.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. And I'm just gonna nod at Mongrel. Tap on the table.
He sort of leans forward, he temples his fingers, and he seems to look past you. Shelly, you see he's just making eye contact directly with you. And he says,
I want to make sure that we're perfectly clear here. The choice is yours. You can wake up with my help or without it. And the choice is for you to make.
How much?
Either way, I return you. As is our deal.
Mongrel, how is this free will? How is this a choice? It's just everything you said to me. If it meant anything, Then aren't you just lying to him right now?
Roddy, he looks back at you and he says,
I'll leave you to think a moment.
What?
and he vanishes.
Oh, okay. Could you roll a persuasion check for Mongrel?
Yeah, absolutely.
Ooh.
Give me a second. I have to unbox this die.
Ooh.
This, I can't think of a better roll to be the first roll I've made on the silver D20. Shout out Sam.
Fuck this guy.
That is a 17 on the die.
Oh my!
Ooh,
Okay.
ow.
Why'd you have to use the lucky no one dice?
He's had 10 years. That's pretty good for a 10-year stretch.
Shelly, you say what you said. You see he turns to Roddy, says he'll give him a moment to think, and then vanishes. And you see standing in the room with you, that same form. And he says,
The choice is his. Either influenced by you or by me. How is it any different to free choice? If I outline the details, or you do?
But they don't have. You're the one showing them these dreams. Am I wrong?
I show them what could be. What they believe deep inside might be. And I help them avoid it. I gave you back the others. Didn't even put up a fight for some of them. This one wants it.
vanishes. Reappears in the seat out by you, Roddy. A week and a half has passed.
Oh my gosh.
I want my dream back.
He makes a motion. And you see a piece of paper and a quill and a candle. He says,
If you want to return to where you were, back on a path that you had already set in motion, simply sign your name on the paper. If you want to return, with my help, navigating away from that path and stopping the nightmare before it begins, burn it. The choice is yours.
When you say return, if I were to return with your help, I know what would happen. What would returning without your help be? Where would I return to? Would that...
you can't see any physical form in front of you. It's just this sort of negative space.
Yeah.
But you get the feeling it's smiling at you. And it just says,
I require aid just like you do. I will acquire that aid from someone. If you choose to leave, you can.
and he taps the table and you see that poster that he showed you before unfurls under his hand. He says,
And I will find someone else who wants it.
If I burn the letter, where do I go? Where are you returning? To what point in my life will I be going back?
Your friends are in the cabin of someone who will keep you safe for now. Personally, I wouldn't trust them long term, but they'll help. I return you there.
Can you show me? Just like a picture.
he makes a motion and you see this ripple opens up. And you see Rad just sort of like dancing in a kitchen.
Walking on sunshine.
Yeah.
Oh.
has a cast iron skillet in one hand. He just sort of like flips it and a pancake perfectly flips in it. You see Nori and Billy are sort of sitting at a table eating. Looks like a nice cabin.
How did he make this picture? Is it just like in the smoke kinda?
It's just sort of a ripple in the air.
Can I try to grab it as if it were like a painting?
Your hand just passes through it.
Roddy would fall over to the table and just start sobbing so loud. And then take the letter and immediately put it into the candle, because that was proof that reality is true and it's not this sitting at the table. So if the dream is true, Roddy goes back.
Okay. So to clarify, just to make sure that there is no confusion, if you burn the contract, you are agreeing to his aid.
I'm agreeing to his aid?
Yes. If you sign it, you are saying that you want to go back.
I signed it. My bad. I thought it was reversed. Thank you for clarifying that.
Not a problem.
We
What a-
hella dumb.
There was that evil side of me that was like, oh, let him. I know what he means, but let him make the horrible mistake.
It would have been so good. That would have been
Couple sessions down the line, I would have been like, hey, so you're mine. You would have been like, no, I didn't agree to it. I'm like, you super did. It's recorded.
CCTV
It's on the internet forever.
No, that's just a deep fake.
You sign it. He sort of straightens up. And he says,
Very well. Then I'm sure we'll meet again.
Thank you for the offer. But
he stands up. Leans in very close to your ear. And says,
What a waste of time. And you have so precious little.
he straightens back up and he looks back through that window, which turning around you can see those mannequins are Shelly and Thrax.
Roddy's just gonna cry and run over to them.
Oh no.
He looks directly at you, Shelly, and he says,
I've upheld my end of the deal. destroy the crystal. Or I take it back.
The crystal or the deal?
Everything ripples and changes, and you find yourself back in the cabin. Rad. You've been here for 3 days. Billy and Nori, you are both fully rested. And then you see Shelly, Thrax, and Roddy just all just sitting on that large couch.
I'm gonna run over to Shell. Who looks? I'm just gonna like, look down and be like, you guys
Shelly,
look worse than I do.
so here's the thing. For those of you who were still in the cabin and conscious, Rad and Billy, a day ago, Shelly's leg fell off.
What about the spleen?
You have no idea about the spleen. Could open them up, I guess. Their leg is laying... It fell off and sort of sitting on the coffee table.
It's like one of those lamps, you know?
Yeah. The majority of the color has sort of faded from Shelly. They are just incredibly pale. They look like a corpse.
Hey, hon. How you doing?
Billy, Roddy, Thrax, are they okay?
Yeah, they're pretty good. Weird question. Can I bite you and then heal you? Because you're not looking so great. And I'm gonna like shield her eyes from looking down. She's like, I don't want to alarm you, but one of your legs isn't attached anymore. Don't look.
What do you mean? I think I should just go to sleep now.
Well, no, because if I bite you, and then I can absorb your power, and then I can use that power, and then I can heal you like you heal us.
I do want to remind you that in order to use their power, you have to drain life force away from them.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you know, Billy's a little cuckoo at this point. They're
Yeah,
not
a little
really...
cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Shelly, you do have 3 levels of exhaustion.
Yes.
I would say, Billy, that like each of these few days when Rad's making breakfast and stuff, Rad's gonna like just prick a finger and like dribble some into your coffee and be like, here you go.
I'll take the coffee and then just like put your finger in my mouth.
Oh man, yeah. Rad, over the last couple of days,
Like the
over the last couple
water
of days,
heater in the
you've realized that Billy doesn't feed on blood. Like they suck away life force.
Yeah.
So dropping blood into the coffee
Yeah.
actually just makes gross coffee.
Yeah.
Speak for yourself.
Would you let me?
Salty coffee, delicious.
Would you let me siphon from you?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
After waking up.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll
Rad's
make
in a
note.
real good mood. He's like, yeah, whatever.
Okay.
He's in such a good mood. Siphoning down still just puts him at like a little bit better than normal.
What's your hit dice? It's a D8.
D12.
D12.
D12. Sweet. This'll go poorly. But yeah, what do you tell Billy after they explain this to you while preventing you from looking at your severed leg?
I'm just gonna go. I want to reach for where my leg was with my arms.
Yeah,
at least
Billy
attempt
doesn't
to.
stop you.
Yeah. There is a there is not a leg there. Also, there is this gross, like, dark green stain on the couch, where your severed stump has just been, like, gross.
Okay. My arms are still working though.
One arm is still working, but is like the one arm is still working, but is now like almost kind of how the other one was, and that one is just hanging there and is not moving at all.
Oh, all right.
We definitely would have like tied up some string on pulleys and stuff to.
Weekend at Shelley's.
Yeah.
So is that an okay for the bite? I could just like, and like Billy's just like leaning in. Billy's having a rough time.
I get the crystal. We have to. Is Roddy okay?
You look over at Roddy. Roddy looks like he has aged about.
Oh no.
Roddy, I need you to roll 2d8.
Okay.
How old is Roddy again? Or yeah.
Roddy was early 50s, I believe, but for like that is in actual years. I don't know how long goat slept. Yeah. I don't know the lifespan of a Durin. That is 12.
So Roddy looks like he's aged about a dozen years.
What is my lifespan?
Average lifespan for a
Don't say
Durin.
70.
Say 68.
How old were you? It's 12 years older than you were. Average lifespan for a Durin is around like 120 years.
Oh, okay. 6. So I'm middle aged now.
I guess I'll look over at Thrax too. Does he seem alive?
Yeah, he's alive.
Okay.
Sort of sits up. Looks not fantastic. Thrax, you've also taken a point of exhaustion. But alive. That's a plus.
I mean, everyone looks alive. You have to find some way to make sure that Crystal's safe, or maybe unsafe. I'm not really sure.
Oh
Do whatever
yeah,
you need to do.
I definitely hid that someplace like day one. Y'all were all asleep, and I was like, "Hey, this is a perfect time to make this disappear."
Did you eat it?
Did we eat it?
What do you think he's been using? What do you think he's been putting in the pancakes?
Oh my god.
That's why they've been so good. They've had magic
You know what?
crystal.
You know what?
You're like, are these chocolate chips? He's like, they're chips of something.
They keep you real regular, and I was like, "Hey, 2 birds."
High in fiber, low in fat,
High in magical powers.
really high in iron.
Oh, no.
Ew.
No, that's just the blood from Rad's fingers.
Also,
But I've been
ew.
putting into all the food.
The secret ingredient to Rat's cooking is rocks and his own blood.
Wait a second.
Cooking alchemist.
Where's the chicken at?
Rad!
He just lifts up his chef hat that he found, and Waffles is on top with his little
Pulling on his hair.
feet claws, pulling on his hair.
Ratatouille, but make it chicken and Rad instead of Linguini and Remy.
Ratatouille.
Ratatouille. Oh
There
my
was-
goodness. I can
was-
only have so many titles for this episode.
That's okay. One of them can be the episode. The rest can be merch.
I'm sticking with 99 Problems, but a dad ain't one.
That one is good.
Oh man, I would love a t-shirt that's just Rad, but with a chicken sitting on his head, and then above the chicken is the dwarven helmet, the chicken's just pulling on your hair, and you've got like a frying pan in one hand, and then like a weapon in the other. Fantastic.
We need a
If there's
cooking
any,
one shot
any artists out
man.
there.
Ratatouille.
Yeah.
Oh, we need a cooking one shot just called Ratatouille. Absolutely, I'm into it. Well, once the campaign's done, we'll have a series of really dumb one shots.
Other than being older, do I
Yeah.
have like points of exhaustion? Because I feel like I haven't slept in 12 years.
Let's see here.
I think I was at that table the entire time.
You have 2 points of exhaustion.
Okay.
While yes, you did take like a much longer period of time in the dream, you did much less in the dream.
Roddy's gonna go outside.
Okay.
And I want to lay in the grass.
Okay.
Go touch grass.
Yeah. And Roddy's just gonna like stare at the sky
Mhm.
and just feel like crazy. Like that was so wild. And Roddy just needs time to process everything.
Okay. You go lay out in the grass. Go ahead and make a perception check, Roddy. See if you see anything at this farm in the 2 seconds you've been outside, as opposed to the multiple days that Rad has been here.
That's a 20. Would I have disadvantage
20.
on that because of my...
Because of your exhaustion, yes, you would.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do that one again.
Hold up, is this Thanos' cabin and farm? Is that why the door's so big?
Roddy, you do see that like this is clearly a farm. Like there are pens, there are animals. You see crops being grown, but it's sort of this like farm in the woods. Like it looks like it has clearly gone out of its way to not disrupt. Like none of the trees have been chopped down, none of the natural like movements of the land have been disturbed, but there's these crops that are sort of planted with the land, and then
It's like
pens that have been built sort of in the in between trees and stuff like that.
A farm built with nature, not
Yeah.
instead of nature. How lovely. Sustainable king or queen, whoever this person is. Roddy just wants to like lean up against a tree and just like look around and not be at that cafe table anymore. Just tiredly, I want to like make a chair out of some dirt.
Okay.
Do I still have like the full capabilities of my magic powers?
Other than the fact that you have very few hit points, yes.
Yeah. Wonderful.
But yeah, you make a chair. It's more like a small mound.
Yeah.
And it doesn't really turn into wood. It's just sort of like wood pattern stamped in dirt. But
No, you make a chair, but it's exactly like the cafe chair. Because that's the only one you can think of.
It's the only chair you know.
Cursed by chairs.
Yeah.
Billy, after like getting a hit die from Rad, is gonna kind of check around and see if there's any. Do they feel any like magic in the area?
Make an investigation check.
Because I think they would check to see if there's magic in the area, and then, given the week-long nightmare fuel they were in, would check to see if this is an illusion. But you said perception?
Investigation.
Investigation. Okay. 22.
22. You are certain that it's not an illusion. And looking around, there is sort of this energy in the air here. That like it's not quite what you like siphon off of people and like can sense, but it's close. It's just sort of this energy in the air.
is it just permeating from everywhere, or is it coming from?
Just seems to be hanging in the air in the area you're in.
I'm not gonna walk far away from the cabin, but like I'm gonna walk a bit away, like to the
And see
tree line.
where it's kind
Yeah.
of fluctuating. You rolled a 22. You sort of start walking around. You find where it is strongest, about 200 feet from the cabin. There is a large tree that the roots are sort of up out of the ground in this weird arch shape. And you see that there are glyphs just carved all over the roots, the branches, all sorts of stuff.
How big is it?
The arch here is about 11 feet tall.
Okay.
It's almost like one of the giant sequoias.
Okay. I'm gonna see that like Roddy is like laying in the grass. I'm like, hey Roddy, you know a bunch of languages, right?
Huh? Yeah.
Come check this out. And then I'm gonna climb up the tree while he comes over.
Okay.
Uh,
Roddy, you go over and take a look.
yeah, I put my hand on the ground to help me get up. I feel like it's significantly harder.
You roll over onto your stomach and then like slowly push your way up. There's a loud cracking sound from your back as you stand.
This is too real.
What languages do you
Chairs.
speak, Roddy?
Oh, I speak a lot. I speak Dwarvish. I know I speak Leonin. I speak Common, Draconic, Dwarvish, Thieves' Cant, Leonin, and Primordial.
You don't speak this language.
Fuck, bro, that's so many. How?
Is it
How?
is it halfling?
It is not.
Dwarvish?
Do I speak Dwarvish? Do I recognize the script at least?
It is similar to like an elven script.
Okay.
Do I notice anything from the top of the tree? Or this arch? What is it? Is it a tree or an arch? I'm like, my brain is not.
It's a tree, but the roots of it have jut out of the ground and
Okay.
make this massive arch.
Could I make a history check to see if like I know I don't speak the language, but to like recognize what language it is based on like the characters or something?
Sure, I'll let you do that. You've
Sweet.
studied enough stuff.
Do I
Would
notice?
this would also be a disadvantage though, right?
Yeah, you tired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
26.
26 at disadvantage?
With a disadvantage, it's a 26. That's crazy. Sam in
18
the
and a
17.
Sam in the chat said you spoke all those languages 10 years ago. You haven't used them in the last 10 years. You looking them over with a 26, you recognize this as Sylvan.
Cool. Wish I spoke it.
Do I see anything from up top the giant sequoia that I've?
From up in the tree, you see, you look around, you're in the middle of the woods here. They seem to stretch for quite a ways. In the distance, maybe a mile or two away from where you're at, you see a large, like, flight of birds just take off from a section in the woods.
But like that's not unusual.
Unusual, no.
Okay. I think I'm gonna chill up top of this tree.
Okay. Thrax, Shelly, Rad, what are you guys doing?
I'm passed out. It's long rest
I
time.
just need to make sure I understand.
Shelly, like, woke up, looked down, saw their leg was missing, and went, huh.
Yep, absolutely.
What'd you say, Thrax?
I need to make sure that I kind of understand where I'm at, which is I woke up in a cabin.
You woke up in a cabin.
Rad's having the time of his life.
Okay.
Everyone looks like
Rad is having a great time. Rad has been cooking breakfast foods for days, in wearing nothing but an apron. Nori,
which I have to emphasize is not much different.
It's not much different than what you normally wear, but
Is
it's
that
like
more clothes.
It's
than
like
normal?
if you
What do you normally wear?
It's like if you saw Donald Duck not wearing a shirt and you're like, "Ooh, the scandal." He's not wearing pants any other time. Shelly looks like shit. Nori has scars that they didn't have before. Their hair has gone a little bit white. Some wrinkles under their eyes and stuff. Billy also scarred, a little bit grayer than they were before, face a little sunken. And Roddy definitely looks older than he did before. Rad looks more or less the same.
But no volcano.
No volcano.
Oh yeah, you don't.
Yeah, this is all brand new. There's no immediate threat or danger in any way.
Not that you see
in my situation. Not that I see. That's very, very oddly phrased.
I mean, that is the DM answer, right?
It is. That is a very appropriate answer. Okay. I mean, I don't know if there's anything I can or should be doing. Probably walk outside to try and see where we are.
Sure.
Do we know?
You walk outside. So Rad has determined that you are north of the... where's my notes? North of the mountains of Eternal Spring. So you are probably not horribly far from Halanyor.
But not where the volcano is visible at all, right?
So
correct.
across
The volcano.
continent.
The volcano is not even visible from where you're at. You're in the middle of the forest.
Okay, that feels safe. Why? Can I ask? Probably Rad in this particular case. Why we're here? Why are we still? How did we get out? What are we doing right now?
So things were real weird. You remember when I tied everybody to me, right?
The smell is still in my nose.
Yeah. Well, and then everybody kind of went from, okay, I say everybody, you were awake, but then you weren't, and it was just me and Shelly, and the volcano was getting real, like, fiery and lava and stuff everywhere, so we were like, we're not gonna make it to the boat. And so I just, like, let loose all the stuff inside me and kind of said, like, hey, big meaty thing, unless you want all of us to die, you better get us out of here. And I gave it an ultimatum, which I know is something that I've always been saying not to do.
Specifically to me, in fact, you said not to do that.
Except that, like, it was the kind of situation where there was no other choice. It was like either make a deal or everybody's dead. Like, and not like dead in a few days or maybe dead. It's like literally volcano melt us at that moment.
What if we outrun the volcano?
There was.
Were you making a deal with the same person that Shelly made a deal with?
No, I think it's a different one, but honestly, like, they're starting to blur a lot. But then here's the best part.
There's so many colorful entities that keep offering us deals.
Yeah, Rad's actually colorblind, so he's not known the difference this whole time.
Okay.
Okay.
I just want to clarify. Rad is red-green colorblind, which means that if he stood in front of a brick wall, he would think he was camouflaged. Just making a note of this for future reference if you're ever rolling stealth checks.
Just writing this down. Okay.
There's also only been 2 entities. One was green, one was red.
Yeah, exactly. So here's the best part. I do that, and then we end up here, and then I don't have anything up here anymore.
Like you're
Okay.
dumb now? What do you
Nothing?
mean up there?
No, like
There wasn't too much up there to begin with, Rad.
Yeah, a little.
No, that's mean. Rad's gotten us out of a lot of sticky situations.
no, the red thing with the fuzzy eye red evil thing.
The
Gone.
Dolores?
Yeah, that thing. And so then I decided that I'm just gonna start baking. And hands Thrax like a cinnamon roll.
As I'm gonna take the center roll, clearly.
Absolutely.
I think as Rad says that, I would want to know if I still like sense the presence of that entity in and
You
around
feel
my
nothing.
brain. Okay.
Rad's like looking at you
interesting.
real close.
When
Do you
Roddy,
feel anything?
Am I
can't-
wearing the helmet?
oh no, you took it off.
You took
Yeah,
it
you
off.
took
You're
it
also-
off.
Is Rad wearing the helmet?
No. It's sitting on the coffee table next to Shelly's leg.
It's you see the helmet moving around the room with little chicken legs under it.
Okay.
From outside, once Roddy's like he can't read it, you hear.
I'm
"There's a
sorry.
weird
I'm sorry. I'm gonna forget it if I don't say it. If Waffles is wearing this helmet, Waffles definitely has a full beard. but it's made of feathers.
No, unacceptable.
I'm sorry, Billy. Go ahead.
But yeah, no. So like
Yeah.
when because I'm assuming this conversation is happening when Roddy and Billy are outside,
Yeah.
and like when Roddy's like can't read it, I'm just gonna yell back to the house. This weird energy tree has writing. Billy cares, but at the same time doesn't care about anything anymore. So they're just half in it at this point.
Billy cares that other people will care,
Yeah.
but doesn't care enough to figure it out themselves.
or put in enough effort to really get it done. So
Right. Just
That's-
not
that's very
quite
damn pure.
enough
Yeah.
energy. Yeah.
Okay, so I think the last thing I would do before I go try to hunt down Roddy is I would ask Rad, is it possible that if it's not in our head, that we're in its head?
Ooh.
I'll be honest. I thought about that for a half a second, and I was like, you know what? That's just way too sad. And so I stopped.
And then I made
Yeah.
these cinnamon rolls.
And then I made these cinnamon rolls.
Keep cooking.
You know,
You'll
that-
have no problems.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. I'm gonna go find Roddy, and maybe figure out what we're doing next.
Okay, tell everybody second breakfast is coming up.
Yeah, I don't. Sure.
The farm at this point is just desolate.
Yeah.
Rad
The cow-
is just
The cows have
taken
been milked
everything.
dry. There's no pigs left.
And they've already done all the appropriate, I'm assuming, checks to make sure that this is not an illusion or some kind of falsehood.
Billy is certain that it is
We're-
not an illusion.
Okay, cool. Yeah, okay. I mean, Thrax is feeling a little left out at the moment. He didn't get to make any deals, but he'll get over it. He's just gonna go outside and go see what's going on with Talking Tree Arch, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
You head outside. You walk over to the arch. Roddy and Billy are over there. I'm picturing Roddy leaning on like a walking stick that he's picked up.
Probably just on the tree.
Yeah.
I'm holding myself up with the tree. I don't think I have a cane yet. You said this was an energy tree?
That's what Billy said. It is a tree
And then I
that
think
Billy is
Brax said
sensing some
talking
sort.
tree?
Yeah. Billy has sensed some sort of energy in the area, and it seems to center on the tree.
Yeah.
Can I like? Do I have
Again,
any hit dice left?
half-assing everything.
Do you have any what?
I know I don't have hit points left. Do I have hit dice left? Because I don't think I used them at the volcano. I just passed out.
I think so. I think
Okay.
you have stuff.
Then I will take my I will roll a d8. Can I just like touch the tree and like I don't want to change anything with my transmutation powers. I just want to like get a grasp and like figure out like the structure of like what the energy system is.
I will say spend the hit die. No need to roll. Make me an Arcana check.
Okay.
$11. You kind of feel two things. One, this tree does have sort of arcane flow to it. You're also able to tell it doesn't seem to be transmutation. Your magic doesn't seem to run well through it. So it's something else. But you definitely feel like there is a like a weird pull energy to it.
So because Roddy's so good at medicine canonically,
the
would it
best
feel-
at medicine, some would say.
Yes, so everybody would say. Would this feel more similar to like Shelley's type of energy, like the healing life sort of energy?
No, it's different. It's different than that too.
It's not like the push and pull of like a heartbeat.
Rad will come out at this point with like a full ass pizza that he's made.
Toppings?
Just a rustic farmhouse pizza.
I mean, it's probably mostly veggies.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Hey, anybody? Whoa, what is this?
You haven't truly been outside, have you?
Rad has only been outside to go to the garden to raid it.
It's a weird tree. Can you read the thingies on the thing?
Roddy eats some pizza.
Do I recognize any of this script?
What languages do you speak, Red?
I speak Elvish and
Oh.
Giant and Dwarvish and Common.
With your knowledge of Elvish, you can like make out maybe a word here or a word there, in sort of the same way of like, if you know like Spanish, you might be able to like pick out a word in like Italian. You look it over. It seems to be to you some sort of religious significance to it. Seems well preserved, seems very respectful. All of the words are showing quite a bit of reverence. And it refers to it as a door.
Does this at all look familiar? Like anything that I would have seen back home?
Make a history check. I will give you advantage.
Ooh, okay, good. I need that.
Twelve. You have heard stories of before magic died, there were these gateways that would lead to the Feywild.
Oh no.
Billy's just chilling up on top.
So, and I'll be kind of like touching the script and stuff. This This is a big deal. How do I even like there are other places. Like in the world there's other places, but they're not in the world. They're in another world.
What are you talking
Um,
about? Like the
I'm just
dreams we
gonna
were
lean
in?
over in Billy's direction and ask, "Is Rad okay? Is he okay?"
Are any of us okay?
Mm-mm.
No, probably not.
Yeah, I'm not okay either.
So sometimes there were doors that would take you to this other place that is not this.
A portal?
Yeah.
It's gonna be great when this is the way we got to the cabin. We're just going back to the volcano.
So my people back when we had a village,
No.
we would try to find places like this that used to be magical, and like we'd take care of them, just in case, maybe things got magical again. So this is really cool.
This tree, Rad, like, you have tended to things like this. Nothing to this extent, but you've tended to things
Right.
like this. This has been incredibly well maintained.
Does it look like the whole farm and estate is dedicated to this place?
It doesn't look dedicated to it, but like it's very close to it. Like, now that you know what you're looking for, you can see that tree in, like, from the cabin. As you guys are all sort of standing there, you hear a loud dog bark from in the woods.
Looks at Drax.
Ouch.
Just to confirm you're still with us?
Was that the spit
No,
take?
it
Did we get
wasn't me.
Hunter?
Is Drax still with us?
Thrax is still with you, yes.
Alright.
Well, it doesn't sound like a wolf.
Billy's gonna climb down from the top of the tree.
Okay.
Rat,
There was like birds earlier, but I mean, like, I don't know if that dog's related. I probably should have said something earlier.
I mean, I don't know. Dogs and birds. There's birds happen in forests. That's common.
Is like the dog sound closer to like given the distance of where the birds were, and then
Oh,
the sound
substantially
of the dog-
closer.
Okay.
Same direction, though?
Same direction.
Okay. Yeah.
Rad,
Drax, can you like still run fast?
I can try. What am I running towards?
Maybe danger. I don't. There's like something coming.
Are you asking me to run towards the danger or away from it?
Towards and then away.
Do 2 runs for us. How about that?
Double run.
Double runs. Weren't you just in a tree? Can you not see what's
Trees.
coming?
Yeah, and not through the trees. Could I see it through
Oh.
the trees?
Okay.
You can make a perception check.
Okay.
You can't just like ask Thrax
you
to
can
have
just
the
you can just
zoomies.
look.
10.
Not through the
Drax, go.
trees. Don't
Yeah,
be
I can't see
ridiculous.
through the tree. I mean, the trees
That's
block
ridiculous.
the. Also, like, my eyes aren't as good as they used to be. Stop bringing it up.
Rad's just gonna whistle, just like, here, boy, here, boy.
I'm gonna get-
You hear a howl.
Oh.
And then 2 very loud barks. and you guys all see breaking from the tree line and charging is a massive dog, like the size of like a dire wolf, but much furrier and with just this massive slobbery mouth. Is just running like a picture like a Tibetan Mastiff, like the like lion dogs. Picture those, but huge. And it is just charging towards Rad. Teeth just bared, charging directly at you.
Immediately behind Thrax, that goes Billy.
I will be behind Billy.
Did Rad actually tell us the fact that this is or is not a door to someplace? Is that what I'm...
Yeah,
I've heard
did,
that,
he
right?
did
very
say that,
vague,
yes.
Yeah. Vaguely
Is there
saying-
any way that I can open that door?
How would you like to try and open the door?
Right
now it's just an archway.
I would like to put my hand on the tree and, I don't know, roll some dice. Is there a way that my magic can connect with what is going on with this archway in a way that would let me
Make an
figure out
Arcana
how to
check
open
for
the
me.
door? Oh, God, hold on, task switching. One moment.
Rad, what are you doing as...
Rad is still in such a good mood and is so chill with this whole place that he's just like, of course this is just another good thing. Like, first this awesome farm got us away from the volcano, then this really cool magic archway that like he was raised to be like, these are the cool things, this is the good thing. And so he's like, now just big cuddly dog. And so he's just sitting there with the dog running towards him and he's like, who's a good boy?
Excellent.
Who's
are
a
you
good
like
boy?
running forward to like
No,
catch him
he's
in a
just
hug?
like waiting for him. Like,
Make an animal handling check for me.
Yes.
What if we
oh my
died at
gosh,
the
I actually
volcano
do I have no?
and we
I don't
passed
have
the test at
inspiration.
Purgatory?
You don't have inspiration. I will give
And
you
this is the
advantage here for
Yay.
the feel good
another
energies.
reason. 12. You see, the rest of you see, this massive dog runs towards Rad, and as Rad just like drops down, it's like, who's your good boy? And it just hits like shoulder check directly into Rad's chest, and then just like as soon as it makes contact, flips over onto its belly.
Oh my god!
Who's your good boy?
I'm gonna like just grab back.
Oh, the belly scritches.
Is he dead? Is he crying out in pain?
I'm really glad that I couldn't roll for that Arcana check at all. 'Cause why are you asking me? Why does everyone think I know everything about dogs?
Because I'm hiding behind you and I can't actually see.
Oh. I mean, he seems fine.
Okay.
Walking out of the woods, behind from where the dog ran out, you see this figure.
Where was this?
It is a tall, probably almost 10 feet tall, figure, massive shoulders, covered in hair, with goat legs and horns. Walks out of the forest, sees all of you standing there, and just says, "Hey, Rad, get away from that thing. You don't know where it's been." And you see the dog just rolls over and then runs back to him.
How do you know my name and you don't know this dog?
Yes.
He looks confused. He goes, the dog's name is Rad.
The dog's name is Indiana. No, my name is Rad.
He sort of cocks his head at you. He just goes, huh. Small world. And that's where we're going to end this week's session.
Wait, no, one more thing. Brad's going to walk up to him. He's going to angst and just punch him as hard as he can in the face.
Oh, stop! What?
And that is
that's
where
where
we'll
we
pick
can
up
end.
next week. Oh, man. Yeah, we will pick up there next time.
Check to open the door.
Yeah.
Definitely wanted to try and open the door again.
Did we die and passed our checks in purgatory and now this is heaven? Was the deal with Mongrel? Can I make a religion check? Roddy's having an existential crisis.
Daniel, did you just say Burtgatory?
I'll murder you. I'll murder you and everybody you've ever seen.
Oh my goodness. Thank you guys for being here. We will pick up next time back where we left here. Until then, have a great rest of your week. Remember to embrace the nonsense. And we'll see you next time. Our friends over at the Voctaire are streaming, so we're going to go ahead and raid them, show them some love, and we will see y'all next time. Have a good one.
Bye.